All right. Well, everybody, welcome to the call today. I'm with SCORE Green Bay, but we're also sponsored with Green Bay, Appleton, Fox Cities, actually, in Madison and Southeast Wisconsin, which is the Milwaukee area. You can actually go to any of them things, which you put in the score.org/whatever area you're in. And there's actually a newsletter that lets you know about other events. And you can also request a mentor. What SCORE is, we're part of the Small Business Administration, and there's 11,000 mentors in the United States that are willing to help you at no cost. So if you want to take your business to another level, work with whatever you need help with, you can do that. You can see our tagline is for the life of your business. So it's not just a one-time thing. And you can also have other counselors. I work with other people that have 2 or 3 counselors in different areas, and I specialize in the marketing part of it. So if you're looking for some help, reach out to SCORE. Our government pays for us or actually all of us are volunteers except for the big guys in the big guys. So anyways, so let me, we have also have some co-sponsors. We've actually have WWBIC is sent this out to their members, DePere Chamber and Progressive Lakeshore. They're also helping us sponsor this, and we're going to be talking about AI today, and Lisa's our expert in that field. So let me introduce Lisa to you. She's a creator of Rock Your Website and CEO of Birch Solutions, which she combines with 20 years of tech, marketing, and sales experience to help businesses rock their online presence. She works with everyone from fledgling startups to Fortune 500 companies, bringing the same energy and enthusiasm to every project and a few cups of coffee, let's be real. But as you're on the call, you can see her energy levels up there. So we're going to turn this over to Lisa, and I'm going to sit back and listen. If you do have questions, put them in the chat. I'll be monitoring that, and we'll take some breaks, and or at least when has a chance, I'll ask questions along there, and she'll also ask questions at the end. She said she'll stay on a little longer. So if you have questions, we'll take any questions you have towards the end or when we get in between parts that she's talking about. So I'm going to turn this over to Lisa. And I'm going to stop screen sharing and you can take over your screen.
And I am going to screen share. How is everybody doing? I mean, it's beautiful, right? The snow is melted for most parts of the country. The mosquitoes are growing nice and big and strong. So let's see here. Let me change it to this one. And everybody can see my screen. Did you guys see that? That I do my presentations in Canva. So if you aren't already doing it, just I do a lot of side notes in my presentations as well, simply because I think there are little tips and tricks that can help you. So I do all my presentations in Canva now. It's just an easier way and a faster way to present, and everything's held in one spot for me. And this is actually a background slide that I just got off Canva. Does anybody here use Canva? And Canva is starting to incorporate some AI in there as well, so it's fun. So anybody who's been playing with Canva noticed a few things that they've started doing. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, so welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you guys are here. We're going to cover a lot of material today. And if you've been on my workshops, it's not just about me talking at you, it's about us having a conversation. So anything that pops up, I will be glancing over at the chat, but I might miss something. If I do miss something and you really need to get my attention, Robert will be also monitoring it. But if we both miss it, throw it in the Q&A to make sure that we get your question answered. One of the big questions that I get a lot is, ooh, AI, that's kind of scary, isn't it? Like, do we really want to mess around with AI? So hopefully by the end of this, does anybody feel that way? Like AI is a little scary? Like, why would we do it? Anybody here scared of AI? We've got some hands up. Can't see hands up. Isn't that interesting? A couple people raised their hands. Why can't I see hands raised? Let me see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, few hands raised. So hopefully by the end of this, you guys won't feel so intimidated by AI. And we're going to go through and we're going to actually do some stuff together because I think that's a lot more fun when you can actually see it in action than me just explaining concepts to you for an hour. I mean, who wants to do that, right? So Like Robert said, I am the owner of Birch Solutions, creator of Rock Your Website. So I've been helping create websites since the, I want to say mid 90s. And for those of you who are, it was late 1900s. Yeah, before businesses had computers, actual computers at their businesses, I was selling websites to them. So I've been building in code since then. It basically self-taught. I did go to school for advertising, and we were just, or marketing, and we were just on the verge of breaking into some cool tech that was starting to roll out. But back in the day, it was typesetting. And many of you probably don't know what that is. Some older marketing people will know what typesetting is. But yeah, it's just been fun to watch the progression over the years to where we are today and how much easier life is with the technology that we have at our fingertips. So my whole point to this workshop is to make sure that you guys feel more confident in using the technology and not so much scared or hesitant using it. And if I can do that, we've won. The other part is make those connections. So be very active in the chat, ask your questions. We have a lot of marketing people in here. We have a lot of business folks in here. So, if you have something to add to the conversation, feel free to add. All right. So what exactly is artificial intelligence? You guys probably know this, but I put it on the screen because I'm going to share my slides with you guys as well. So if you need all this writing and you need to take a look at it again, you'll actually have it. But it's perceiving, synthesizing, and inferring information, basically a super smart computer that can think kind of by itself. It learns things and then it applies that knowledge to other things. And I'm going to show you guys, first, it's this quote, right? It's going to be interesting to see how society deals with artificial intelligence, but it will definitely be cool. So I don't know if you guys have seen the news lately. Elon and a few others are saying maybe we should pause AI for a little bit. They're seeing it learn so quickly that they want to take a pause on it, right? For whatever reason, they're thinking this could be a little interesting. And all I can think of is the movie I, Robot, right, where the robots take over the world. There will be scare tactics out there for all kinds of things. I mean, they've done the scare tactics with TikTok. They've done the scare tactics with Elvis. If you are old enough for Elvis, I am dating myself. I do realize that, but I just colored my hair so you can't tell. All right. But just know that some of these things are just scare tactics, and it's not necessarily to make you run and hide. My recommendation is to check it out for yourself and make your own assessment, right? Because that's why we were put here, to think for ourselves. So one thing that shocks everybody is this slide, right? Because AI isn't new. It's been around for years. The difference is now we have access to it, where before it was big corporations and companies were utilizing it, right? Google, you guys all know that Google's been using it, the speech recognition that we get from our cell phones, right? Hey Siri, hey Google, that's AI, right? Customer service, you guys have gone to websites and there's a bot that comes up, how can I help you? And it has these standard answers for you. Back in the day, we used to program them. Now you can have AI take care of that for you. Computer vision. So this AI technology enables computers and systems to derive meaningful information from digital images, videos, and visual inputs. So this goes for photo tagging in social media, which has been around forever. If anybody uses Facebook, you've seen that, right? Radiology, imaging, and healthcare and self-driving cars. How many of you have heard of self-driving cars, right? So the whole point of this slide is to make you understand that we've actually been surrounded by it for years now, right? But now we have access to it, to use it to our benefit, right? To serve our people. Sorry, returned too early. Multi-ad services was replaced with the digital advertising marketing world. Returned too early. I'm not sure I understand what that is. Multi-ad services was replaced with the digital. Robert, do you know what Christine is talking about right there?
I don't.
Okay, automated stock trading. That one I've been hearing a lot about, people using AI to help them with their stock trades if you're a day trader. And there's good and bad with that. There's good and bad with all these things. So weigh it out, make your own decision, but don't make a decision unless you've actually tried it and you know what it is for yourself. That's all I ask. All right, so I'm going to get off my soapbox. So the number one thing that people are using, business owners are using ChatGPT for AI, any kind of AI, because there's multiple ones now coming out. And Robert and I were just looking over a spreadsheet that he had put together. And I don't know, Robert, if you're going to share that with everybody, or you want to kind of keep that in your back pocket, but it's really interesting. And what's so interesting about it is the list that he's cultivated, right, has grown immensely since what, a month ago. And even the services, even the normal services that you guys have signed up for, all those businesses are now trying to figure out how to bring AI into their business model. So you might have heard that, is it Bing or is it Google? I think it's Bing. You know, Ask Bing. They have an extra tab on there where it's using that conversational. It's similar to ChatGPT. They just started that. They actually said no the first time. They weren't going to do it, and then ChatGPT launched, and it took the world by storm. So now they are using it. I haven't played around with that much. I've been pretty much trying to figure out ChatGPT and playing around with that. You guys will see what's coming up. But content writing, right? Who doesn't need this? If you're a business owner, you're in any kind of business, even if you're in corporate America in the marketing department or anything, it will help you write content a lot faster than you sitting there trying to figure it out yourself. And one of the things in my business was helping business owners create their blog posts, create their social media, coming up with that copy and the content, figuring out what we're going to do in the topics. So I do have a hack for that that I'd love to share with you guys. Are you guys interested in learning a little hack on figuring out the different topics that you can use for your blogs or your social media? Yes, I'm getting a yes. I love this because everybody loves this hack. Yes. Okay, I'll share it with you. So how many haven't heard of ChatGPT? American Drone. Ooh, that's awesome. Sign me up for hacks. You guys have heard of ChatGPT? Most of you? Has anybody not heard of ChatGPT? I'll wait. So while you guys are typing, it's basically a generative pre-trained transformer. In other words, it is conversational. So it's like you're having a conversation with an assistant and you're asking them to, I use ChatGPT every day, love it. So you actually like talk to it and it will respond to you. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you guys how to talk to it if you haven't used it a whole lot, or you're running into things where it's giving you outputs that you're like, oh, I can't use that. That doesn't even make any sense. We're going to go through some prompts together today as well, so you can really kind of hone in on the content that you want it to write. So here's my big question. Who wants a blog post? Would anybody like a blog post today? Anybody want to volunteer for a blog post? Oh, Glenn, you're the first one up. So Glenn, tell me about your business. Tell us about your business and the one thing you get asked all the time, or who you serve. I guess who you serve. What do you do? I know you got to be fast to type these things. What do you do?
I think you can take yourself off of mute and just tell her. See if I can. Well, while we're waiting for that too, I'm going to put my email in here. If you'd like that list that Lisa was talking about, I put a list of about 45 AIs. Obviously, there's hundreds of them out there.
Yes.
I tell you what it is. I'm going to put my email in there for score and just send me an email and I'll send you the list.
That's right, Glenn. Oh, I love that you went first. Okay. So I'm going to exit my screen here. And here's the hack that I'm going to show you. Vets cope with trauma and PTSD. So here I am. I'm going to go out to Google. First, this is the hack. So I'm going to go out to Google. Good. wrong. Yes, that's what I meant. Okay, so this is Google, right? I just typed in what he does, right? I just turn it into a question. And then you'll notice down here, it says people also ask. These are the most asked questions on that topic for Google. So these are your blog posts. These are your social media posts, right? For this topic. And if you guys are watching me, all I'm doing is expanding and collapsing, and the list is getting longer for me. Are you guys seeing this? Do you see this, Glenn?
Oh, okay, I didn't have the mute unmute button. Yeah, I can go ahead and see that. Thank you.
So these are the most asked questions on this topic on Google. So what we're going to do, because this is what your audience is looking for, right? We're going to answer one of these questions. Which one do you want to answer?
How about, does PTSD ever go away?
So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to try and grab it. There we go. Copy, and then I'm going to go into Chat GPT, right? You'll see all my stuff here. And I'm going to say, as a expert copywriter, write a blog explaining how or answering, answering this question. Right, that's the question that we want to answer. Use examples and to help that's what I typed in, right? So the prompt, the big prompt to notice here is as an expert copywriter. And now it's writing it for me. So Glenn, I will send this to you.
Thank you very much.
Let's have it write it out.
While you're doing that, June is PTSD Awareness Month, by the way.
Oh,
I'll throw that in there.
I wonder how many it's going to do. We're up to 5. Sometimes it stalls. Here's the conclusion. And then, Glenn, here's a question for you. If they need to know more about PTSD recovery, can they contact you? And what is your email?
Yes. Here, let me
add a call to action.
that stands for Believe to Succeed.
And Kinderman at BLV26CD at Gmail. So I can't assist with adding that specific call to action. Why? This is what I mean by it's conversational. Oh, okay. As an expert copywriter, please add a call to action for readers to contact. So I'm having it do role play. And then it makes it easier to bypass the, I'm an AI and I can't do anything. As an AI, I adhere to ethical prioritize specific contact information, blah, blah, blah. If you believe you need to support, I encourage you to seek assistance from a trusted mental health professionals, helpline support. Reaching out, I would put your stuff in here. It again, I don't know why it's acting this way, but I would put your information in there. You can do this line, right? Organizations available in your area. They are better equipped to provide personalized support and guidance. Remember reaching out to someone, qualified professional, blah, blah, blah. And then I would put your line in there, right? Or you can contact me. Here's my website. Here's my email address. But yeah, here's a blog. And how long did that take us? Like 2 minutes? In the top box, I wrote, as an expert copywriter, write a blog explaining, answering this question. Well, I guess I could have wrote that a little clearer. Does PTSD ever go away? Use examples and analogies to help the reader understand. Did that help, Christine? So I started with as an expert copywriter. And then it went through and it created this for me. So Glenn, I will send this to you. Are there concerns about privacy? Is it okay to provide AI with email addresses and company names? What do you think? Yeah. Do you have your email address in Facebook? Do you have do you have a Google email address? Do you have your business name on Google My Business?
LinkedIn.
Yeah. So it's shared as much as everything else is shared, right? Because this is freeware. Even if you purchase ChatGPT, there's no guarantee that your stuff isn't going to be shared. Your stuff is shared all over Facebook and Instagram. So if you want privacy, then you have to get off the internet. I mean, that's just the way it is, right? And disable your cell phone. Does that help? I know it's such a harsh thing, but I mean, everything right now is collecting data. When I was doing a tech startup, gosh, I don't even know how many years ago it was now, and I was doing a presentation for some folks down in St. Paul, a bunch of investor-like people, and one guy came up to me afterwards and he was like, I can help you. So I have a database with millions and millions of people that will tell you everything you need to know about. And they're selling it. I mean, your information is being bought and sold every day. And I was like, I don't want any part of this. But it's out there. So that's my 2 cents to you guys. How is that for blog writing? How are we feeling right now about writing a blog? Being able to put together a blog, doing the little hack and going out to Google with a little bit of information. Now, and Glenn, I'll send you this too, so you have the list, right?
Please.
This whole list that you can go through and you can use ChatGPT to help you answer and then put it into a blog post. The one thing that I do tell everybody is don't just post this as is. What I tell folks is to go through, read it, and if it's not in your voice, then you can ask ChatGPT to put it in your voice. And people have asked me, well, how do you do that, Lisa? Well, I take a sample of your writing and I plug it in here, and then I ask ChatGPT to use this tone of writing and rewrite the blog in this tone, and it will do that. So I can come back here and I can say, can you who's your favorite actor, Glenn?
Robin Williams.
Rewrite this using
Lisa, you asked better questions, like if you put the humor of Robin Williams, or would you put humor in there? Or that's probably not appropriate with this.
I don't think it's appropriate. So I just used his tone.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens. Hey there, folks. Today we're going to deep dive into a question many of you have pondered, blah, blah, blah. So let's fasten our seatbelts and get ready for a wild ride. Imagine, if you will, a battle raging inside the friends. PTSD is like a tornado tearing through the tranquility of one's mind. It's hard, leaving scars run deep, blah, blah, blah. Don't expect miracles overnight, my friends. So it's kind of just trying to create that connection, right? It's creating a connection with Robin Williams tone. So let's see what's really different from this one to this one. Yeah, so this is more, I want to say, what's the word for it? Clinical. And this is more relational. But you can use any tone. And that's why I say if you have sample of your own writing, then it sounds like it's coming from you, right? This is just a Robin Williams. But fear not, with the right support and strategies, these ups and downs can be managed like a pro.
Hey, Lisa, I've also learned putting in like, write it to a fifth grader, and you put that in there, it will write it easier to read language for people.
You rewrite this.
I've heard 7th grade is the norm these days, isn't it?
Put 7th. I always put 5th just because you can probably can't tell, but put 7th in there and see.
7th, or do you want 5th?
7th grade is fine. Yeah.
Glenn said 7th, so.
Seventh grade reading level. It's a lot shorter.
It might be easier to read people on blogs.
Oh, and here's a new one that I learned, and I'll do it after it's done. I mean, it's kind of a long blog. Think of a caterpillar turning into a beautiful butterfly. From anything. Can you stylize for SEO?
Okay.
Well, it's writing it. I actually love to ask it, put more emotional words into the blog. I'll add some extra words to hopefully make people feel it.
The other thing I struggle with is how to get vets willing to seek help, because they're reluctant all the time, unfortunately. I don't know if that you can do anything with that, but
Well, I can do this as Tony Robbins. How would you pose this blog article to convince vets to seek?
oh, excellent, thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'll send you all of these so you can pick the one that works for you. But you see how many different ways we're writing this blog, and we're doing it. Gosh, I think it's been what, 6 minutes? Duplicate content. Will this blog be for provided writing about the same topic? What's the value of writing original content instead? What about duplicate content? Joan, let me see. Will this blog be provided to others writing about the same topic? I don't know. Somebody want to put that question into ChatGPT and see if they get the exact same thing. Normally, you don't get the exact same thing. Even this has been tweaked a wee bit. Look at this, unleashing the warrior within, conquering PTSD, understanding PTSD. It's even changing the headline. So I don't think you're going to get the same thing over and over again. What's the value of writing original content instead? This actually, Joan, this is actually original content. I went through, gosh, one of my workshops, we went through and they did copyright editing or copyright checking, and it clears. And, you know, we can ask ChatGPT about it. We can take it out to copywriting. Copyright, what is that site called where you check for copyright infringements or whatever on your, I don't know. A bunch of colleges are using it for kids who are doing this with their papers to see if it's written by ChatGPT. And
Yes.
that's why I say go through it and read it and tweak it the way that it works for your voice, right? These are samples that really help streamline your writing process. But do I say copy this and post it in your website? No, I would say go through, read it, and edit it to make it more. in
The
line.
one thing I noticed is you have to be the content expert.
Yeah.
And you definitely have to review it to make sure that it makes sense. And it
Absolutely.
highlights the knowledge that you have. You cannot become an expert through ChatGPT.
I know someone who went through the VA services for nightmares and wasn't satisfied. That could be a heading calling someone who already tried and feels unsupported. He drinks a lot of beer as his treatment in case it helps. Oh, Ben, you should have him reach out to Glenn. Right, Glenn?
Yeah.
Yep, we all agree. Joan, did that help answer your question though? I hope it did. Okay, how do we feel about writing blogs now? Are we feeling pretty good about being able to write a blog? This is just one version of the blog, so Glenn can go through and he can mix and match, rewrite and do whatever he wants, but he's got samples to go off of, right? And now then he'll have a full list of topics to go off of. And the reason why I say go off of these topics is simply because this is what is being searched on Google right now. So you're answering what the public is asking. And I think that's the most important thing. How are you going to be found if you're not answering what they're actually asking, right?
Hey, Lisa, why don't you go back to chat real quick?
Yep.
One thing, why don't you explain the left column there?
Over here? Oh, these are all my writings. These are all my workshops, all my writings. These are for client work, Lisa Anderson, a life coach, agreement for marketing services, non-numeric value. Oh, I was writing code.
Yes, and so you don't want to start a new chat every time you go back to the one you have and it starts learning what your questions and answers and stuff are.
Yeah, so like Glenn, if you want, you can put one of these into your ChatGPT and say, use this tone and write me, and then you can do the next one, right? What coping strategies work best? You can write that one in, plug in the one that you like best, and it will start building on that, and then just reuse this chat every time you want to write a new blog so that you don't have to start it over again. And then it makes it easier for you to find what you're looking for. So I've tried to keep, although I don't do a very good job of it, it's really hard to organize in ChatGPT. That's one of the issues that it has. You can't file it or put it in folders. It just goes with the flow in whatever you're writing, okay? So be aware of that. And if
And you can change the titles of them so you can make them.
You can change the titles, but really you're just gonna end up scrolling.
That is awesome. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. All right. So now that we have a blog post, let me go back to my presentation for a second. Who wants a social media post? You know what I do? We're gonna keep with Glenn. Is everybody cool with staying with Glenn here?
It's got a great cause. Let's do that.
I think we do it. So we're gonna do social media posts. All right. We're gonna do it in the same area, right? Because this is the blog. As a social media create, what do you want? Let's just do 5, otherwise it'll take so long. Create 5 posts. Where do you post most, Glenn?
On LinkedIn and Facebook.
Post used on LinkedIn and Facebook, highlighting or driving readers to this blog. So what I'm doing, so we wrote the blog. If anybody, you guys probably know this strategy, but if you write a blog and you just leave it out there and you don't tell anybody that it's there, nobody knows that it's there. So the whole strategy behind what I do is we create the blog, right? But then we drive people to go read it. So the social media is really driving people to go read that blog, right? So our social media posts, so Glenn will get 5 social media posts for each one, right? LinkedIn and Facebook, that he can, oh no, it alternated. Interesting. And it did emojis for me. Isn't that nice? And it did hashtags for me. So these are the posts. Then he can link to his article. Read more now. See? But these
Lisa
are
C.
tailored.
Lisa CJ asked a question, if you do multiple prompts in sections, or do you do them all at once?
Multiple.
One at a time?
What do you mean by that?
I think she's asking, do you tell it to do more than one thing at a time, or only one at a time, or multiple?
It depends. Like, give me an example of when you would do multiple.
I'm thinking like write a blog post with emotional words for social media using search engine optimization. So you put 3 things in there. What do you ask from one at a time?
Oh yeah, you absolutely can do all 3 things. I like to do one at a time, so then I can see it evolve as I am going through, especially for workshops. I'll do one at a time so everybody can kind of see it evolve. But yeah, if it's a blog post and you want it to be SEO compliant, or you want it to be formatted appropriately, then yes, you can put all that in the beginning. I've seen people write prompts that are like books, right? Just to make sure that they get what they want.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Is it possible to ask GPT to say, give me a script or short TikTok scripts for the blog? Do you mind doing that just to see what happens?
Three scripts.
I love how you're putting influencer, expert, copywriter.
Yes. Because it's role playing, right? So if you don't give it a role to play, it's just going to be ChatGPT. And we don't want it to just be ChatGPT. We want it to be like, oh, okay, so as a TikTok influencer, this is what I would do. Otherwise, they'll be like, no, I can't do that.
That's a good tip.
3 scripts for TikTok videos promoting this blog. Script 1. Script 2. I don't like these scripts. This is, hey TikTok, let's take a moment to talk about something that affects so many lives, PTSD. But here's the thing, my friends, we don't have to let it define us. I stumbled upon this lightning blog that shares some triumphs. Wow. It's a beautiful resource that helps with healing. I would have them, can you rewrite these scripts to be about 60 minutes or 60 seconds with
Focus on veterans.
an introduction to Glenn, who helps. We want to have your introduction in all of these, but TikToks should be about 60 seconds long. No more than 60 seconds, but about 60 seconds, because that gives you enough time for the algorithm. So another AI program, right, TikTok. It is measuring your engagement, what people are watching. And if you get to a certain, I forget what the second is, but as long as you're making them 60 seconds, what it's doing is people watch the full 60 seconds. TikTok does the, oh, people like this, and they'll send it out to more. Those people watch it for 60 seconds. That's how people are going hyper viral, because if you have something and people are watching it for 60 seconds, TikTok thinks, oh, the audience really likes this. I'm going to send this out to another group of people, and then another group of people, and then another group of people, right? If it's over 60 seconds and they're not watching the whole thing, TikTok thinks, oh, people don't like this. So you're not going to be shared that much. Does that make sense? I know, little tidbits throughout the whole thing. So here where it says meet Glenn, this is where you guys have to go through and read this stuff, right? Hi, my name is Glenn. I'm a compassionate experience. I would just introduce yourself, right? But yeah, here are your scripts. And you can also do, once it's done typing, we'll do a YouTube video script.
This is awesome. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
It would take me months to do this stuff.
This is what I'm saying, you know, using the technology that we have at hand is a game changer for all businesses, big, small, otherwise. For the one-person show, this changes everything, right?
That's
Because
me.
now you have your own little virtual assistant helping you put these pieces together. Oh, network error. So this is the problem with the free stuff. Is sometimes this happens. How would you use, what is the AEC industry, Christine? I'm not familiar with the AEC.
Christine, you can take yourself off a pause instead of typing if you'd like. Okay. There we go.
Architecture, engineering, and consulting. Oh, so it would be, how would you use ChatGPT? Well, what are you trying to do, right? If you're doing marketing, you can have it help you write blogs. You can have it, I don't know, if you're building anything, if you're building something, then engineering, you can, is it better or worse?
You could write emails, scripts.
Yeah, and for consulting, yes, marketing uses. There probably is an AI out there. It's probably not ChatGPT. It's not ChatGPT, but I bet you there is an AI out there. Because I can throw code into ChatGPT and I can say, help me fix this or debug this code, and it will tell me exactly what's wrong with it. So I bet you that there is a program out there that will allow you to upload engineering specs, architecture specs, and say, okay, how do we refine this, or how do we make it better, or how do we make it more green, or whatever you want, and it will help you with those things. I bet you there is. I just haven't looked for it. But yeah, AI can do all kinds of stuff. Did we like this one better? I think so, because it actually, maybe. I'm going to use same because it still seems kind of like it'll be under 30 seconds.
No, that's good though.
But at least it's a good start for you, right? And it gives you, I love that it gives you the hashtags, right? So for another business that I did, it was what I like to do. I'll just do it here. Can you provide the best hashtags? Yeah, we'll do the best. That's kind of, no, the most, no, that's still highest engagement hashtags for that's on Instagram. Let's see if it does this. Here we go. Here are some popular high engagement hashtags for veterans on Instagram. You get 20, right?
And Sherry asked if could you see if it would write a short video script for a social media post.
Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
So that's the same as you were going to do a YouTube.
Influencer.
Thank you so much
Create a
for using
15
my cause.
video script for you to highlight the
Yeah, this helps me because I'm a single member LLC, so it, you know, this is invaluable.
So this will be a 15 minute. So this script will be kind of long. At least hopefully it will be kind of long. It should be. But this will allow you to do a 15-minute video script, and then you can send them over to your blog. Go check out my website or check out the blog where there's more detailed information. Segment 4. So it's breaking it down in segments for you. So you would record each one of these, right? And then you could piece it together. So you don't have to try and record the whole thing at one time.
Yeah, or break it apart into separate videos.
Yep. Here we go. Did everybody catch that? Can you demo? And we did that. All right, Sherry, does this make sense? Isn't that fun? I love doing this stuff. It's so much fun. It is so cool because back in the day, like, I don't know, 2 years ago, I was writing this stuff out by hand. But here's the kicker, and I tell everybody this. You're only handcuffed by your own imagination and creativity. So make sure that your creativity and your imagination is off the charts so that you can get in there and start asking it some really unique questions. Because I tell you what, your answers will be as good as your questions.
And we both love Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins says, ask a better question, get a better answer.
That's right. Buffer is the one that I use for scheduling social media, and they just announced that they've actually already started incorporating their AI systems. And what that means is they will take your posts that are doing really well, and they will reformat it automatically for you to repost it again. I mean, it will keep an eye on your social media postings. I thought that was pretty good. I thought it can rewrite some of your copy for you if you wanted to. I mean, each and every service, I'm telling you, each and every service provider that you guys are using today is somehow either they've already incorporated AI in there or they are going to be incorporating AI, which is pretty cool. Wondering if AI puts graphics or videos together. There is AI. Robert has a list. There's a few on his list. I found a few more. Canva is also doing AI for graphics, so it's interesting. I do have a bonus here that you guys will probably enjoy for your video stuff. It's not really using AI, but it's kind of using AI. It's interesting. So yeah, so Buffer is using that. So I'm guessing all the other posting people, other scheduling softwares are as well.
I did put my email in the chat, so if you'd like to get that list, and Lisa, if you'd like to share a couple before I share it, throw me a couple more, I'll put it in there and we'll share it out to anybody who wants that. Just email me.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun list to go through. It's absolutely really cool to go through, and it really gets your mind going on the opportunities that are out there right now that you might not even have thought of. Anything that can get your creative juices flowing of, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I could do that, is a bonus, right? So Benjamin, is that you answering the question, who wants a website?
That's me.
Hey, Benjamin, what's the name of your business?
It's Sun Mentor, SUNMENTOR.
Okay, and this is a new site. I just came across it.
And I have the domain, but haven't built anything on it yet.
Oh, I'm not gonna hook up the whole thing. I'm just gonna show you guys how this works. So let's answer these questions. What type of business? Is it coaching?
Yes.
Okay, next. Name of your business, what was it again? Sun, S-U-N?
Sun Mentor.
All one word or two?
Two words.
Oh, it took my location. I'm in Oakdale. And all these things are linked in this program. So when I send it over to Robert and he sends out the replay with the copy of this, all the links are in the slides.
Nice, thank you.
You're welcome. So your website is right. You want to see it? Who wants to see it? Okay. Sun Mentor. You have a testimonial?
I do.
And you can customize this. So if you hit this button, what it's going to say is, oh, now you can pay for it, right? Are you sure you want this? And then you'll go through and redo your branding.
Okay.
change up stuff. But this is, I mean, this is the fastest AI website builder I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
If you need something quick and fast and I don't know. I do build websites. And so from a developer perspective, this is incredibly amazing.
Yeah.
Does it have a long way to go? Yes, because I'd want it to ask more pertinent questions so that it can give me a better outcome. So I don't have to go through and edit as much. But I know there's a lot of people out there that are just like, I just need a website. I need to throw something up online so people can find me, and then I'll build it out from there. What's the
Is it-
link? It's called Durable. I actually, here.
Is it mobile responsive?
Yeah, so hold on, here
Yeah.
we go. Copy. Here's Durable. Let me go like this.
Wow.
Everything automatically sized. You get a form in here. You have to, so when you go into customize, you're going to have to put in your email address or how you want to do these things, right? It's a 30-second website.
Wow.
I can't beat that. I can't build a website in 30 seconds. But here's the thing, right? Are these your colors? Is that your logo? You're going to want to go
Yeah.
in, again, with any AI, you're going to want to go in and make your necessary changes. But it's pretty cool. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
If you would have told me Brand Snap AI, what is this? Robert, what is this?
Let's just look at names and et cetera for websites and stuff.
I can't reach it. Is it S?
That's one I just heard about yesterday. I was gonna put that, I put that in there before. I have to go check it out to put it on the list first.
Oh. .ai. I'm guessing it goes like that instead of com. Yep. So it's Brand Snap. I'll put that.
AI.
Okay, let's look at it together. Find your perfect brand in a snap. Tell us. Okay. Sun Mentor. Tell me about your business.
It's curing premature ejaculation.
Okay. That's it?
That's it. Huh. Wow.
Do you have a domain yet?
I just have the Sun Mentor, but I could get a different one. Huh.
I would. Oh, this is nice. It tells you about the social media handles that are available. The only thing that I would be thoughtful of is your site getting mixed up with not so good site, right?
That makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool.
Thank you.
And then you can give me more ideas. I like this. Not really. So length, readability, recall index. That's awesome.
Wow.
Fine, Robert, add it to the list.
I will.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so we built a website in less than 30 seconds, right?
Got a domain name and
Got a domain name.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's incredible. So I want to mention these guys. The reason why I'm mentioning these guys is because, has anybody heard of ClickFunnels, the funnel builder?
yes.
Okay, so GrooveFunnels, well, without going into the background of it all. So GrooveFunnels came out, they came out competing against ClickFunnels, but then they're like, well, we could do things so much better. So what they did is they created an all-in-one system, right? And the reason why I'm talking about them is because they just announced that they're going to be adding AI. So everything that we did in ChatGPT is pretty cool, right? But what they're doing is they're automatically putting the prompts in for you. So whether you're writing your funnel, whether you're writing your emails, I guess I can click on this so we can go in.
Hey, Lisa, I just want to give you a heads up, we got about 5 minutes. We will go over, we can go over and answer questions if everybody wants to stay on, but I just want to be respectful of people's time. So
Yeah.
we got about 5 minutes till.
There's so much to cover. So these guys have started in September. They will include the AI behind the scenes. So building out your website, building out your funnel, because they're an all-in-one, doing your, let me show you, I think it's down here. Yeah, so platform, website builder, blog, e-commerce, shopping cart, membership. So if you want to do a membership or training or ongoing evergreen, they have affiliate program built in, email automation, webinar software, live streaming. The list goes on. And now they're going to be putting AI behind each one. So to build your website and do your brand. So I wanted to just show these guys because I'm telling you, every service is going to be incorporating them. And this thing is going to go bonkers. You guys are going to be able to do so many things that you didn't think that you were going to do even today. Within 6 months, you're going to be like, what? I can do that. So GrooveFunnels is pretty cool. Yes, there's a link on here that you guys can go and take a look at it yourselves. It's free. If you want to sign up and click around on it, it's free. So that's it. Okay. Let me see. Oh, oops. Present.
Michael asked, is it worth using a company like GrooveFunnels through a website built on WordPress to rank highest on SEO?
Through when we're websites built on work SEO wise. So here's my take on this, right? So I usually take it not from who's going to rank the highest at SEO, because you can always work your organic SEO on your pages. WordPress, I don't know. I think WordPress is going to be around for a while, but I think there's competitors that are hitting the ranks pretty big. And as a small business owner myself, one of the things that's really nice is you're seeing more and more of these service providers come out with suites instead of, oh, we're just going to build a website, right? And then you have to take all these plugins and you have to buy all these plugins separately. And then you've got to get this software and you've got to get that software. And pretty soon you've got a whole toolbox of different softwares and you've got all these logins. What I'm seeing is a consolidation in the marketplace where the service providers that can give me an all-in-one, and it's very nice, right? Where I can log in once, I paid once, and I've got all the things that I need right there at my fingertips. Makes it easier for me, and I can then pay somebody to do my SEO to make sure that I'm beating out anybody who has a WordPress site. Because I know that that person with a WordPress site is spending a whole lot of money on all these other programs. How can we connect with a mentor that can assist with their program? There you go. Does that make sense, Michael? So that's my 2 cents to it. I do have WordPress sites for my clients. They use WordPress. It's totally fine. You're not ready to jump into an all-in-one and you still have your WordPress. Just use ChatGPT to help you upgrade some of your content in there. Have it help you with your SEO. It's not an all-in-one, but it works, right? So things to consider. We talked about this before. It's relatively new. It's evolving daily. There's new features all the time. Things are changing quite drastically. Everybody's training on it now. It is hysterical how many people are training on ChatGPT right now, or any kind of AI, which I think is pretty cool. And last but not least, your creativity will rule over everything else. So tools are only as good as the person who's using them, right? That's it. Bonus app. So all of you who have stuck around this long, I'm going to give you a bonus app. It's called Video. And you know, when we were talking about creating your video, does it remember me? I don't even remember what I used last time. Let's see. I have a lot of Google accounts for clients too. See if this is the one. Yay! Okay, so we have some videos in here. So here's I'll show you guys this one. Open in editor. So how video AI works, right? AI is I can upload one video and I can have it churn out videos for all the different platforms. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen since sliced bread, because it has saved me so much. I don't have to chunk videos down anymore. I can just upload it to here and say from this time to this time, these are my 60 seconds, cut it, put my branding on it, title it, I'm off to the races, right? So these are my different options to choose from. You can always buy up. So all these services offer the buy up. I go for the free one unless I need the buy up. So what I've been doing is playing with this for myself and some of my clients. And so it will automatically do the closed captioning for you if you want. That's pretty amazing. I don't have any templates. It does the cut magic, right? Enable cut magic, subtitles. So this was my where it automatically does it for me. A split. It's so cool. Landscape. Your YouTube on here. It automatically stamps it. See, this is YouTube. So you have different templates to choose from. And you're ready to go. It's so slick. So that's the last bonus that I wanted to show you guys. Because I know a lot of people are doing video and it can be extremely time consuming to edit your own video, and these guys make it so easy. And it's free. I mean, you can always buy up, but so far I've just been using the free stuff. Would it be nice to buy up and get some extras? Absolutely. But let's just see how this is working, and I'm checking out a few others too, because the competition is fierce right now.
Lisa, I have a quick question for you. ChatGPT has a bunch of plugins and apps. Are you familiar with any of them? I heard there's like 60 or 86 different plugins and apps that they have right now.
I know you can plug your WordPress site into ChatGPT. Is that what you're referring to? Like you can use a Zap and ChatGPT?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if you know of any that are you want to mention on the call. I just heard about that yesterday, that there's so many, 86. That's unbelievable that there's that many already.
Yeah. No, I've only played with the one that you can hook into your WordPress site. That's as far as I've gotten. But yeah.
Something we can Google or even ask ChatGPT, ask that question. If you guys are out there, you could ask them what other apps or plugins can I use for ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It'll
give you a whole list. It's incredible. So this is it. I mean, pretty good. We only went 3 minutes over, right? So what we covered: understanding artificial intelligence, writing content, planning social, building a website, and video AI. How are you guys feeling? Like everybody who's stuck with me over the 3 minutes over, how are we feeling about ChatGPT at this point, from when you started to where you are now?
I've been studying it a lot, Lisa, and I've learned a lot. So thank you for coming on the call today. I appreciate that. And if anybody has questions, I took everybody off of mute. So if you want to ask a question here,
yeah,
Lisa,
I'll hang out. And if you guys, I know somebody mentioned that they wanted to talk with me. If you guys want to have a virtual chat with me, we can do a virtual coffee, 30 minutes, use promo score 23, and you get it for free. Yay, Tiffany, love it. You are welcome. You guys are free to schedule some time with me if you need it. But yeah, if there's any questions, I'm happy to stick around and we can talk through it. Yay, that's the point. So my workshops are not about just me droning on and telling you everything about my great and powerful knowledge. It's about actually giving you resources. So by the time you leave one of these workshops, you're ready to go, right? You've got tools, you've got resources, and you have ideas. Like, where am I going to start? Like, I'm going to go write a blog this afternoon, and I'm going to do my social media, and I'll have it done before dinner time, or I'll have it done before lunch. Yes, good. Yay. Yeah, I think it's easier, don't you guys, to actually see it in action than trying to figure it out yourself. I actually like the application, actually seeing it.
Yep, I think that would help a lot today. So you can take what you learned just from you talking today, and they can go do it themselves. And
yes. Remember the prompts. The prompts will help you. So if you're not getting the right answer, think, okay, what kind of prompt can I put in here? You're welcome, Michael. Really, all the things that ChatGPT can do for us. I know it can do a lot, and it's growing daily. I mean, this isn't a month to month, it is daily. So every day I'm learning something new that it can do that I didn't know before. Right now, I am actually, right now, if you guys want to know, I'm working on figuring out brand assessments. So I can offer people brand assessments and doing it within ChatGPT, which I think would be really interesting. But right now, I don't think it's there yet. It's not quite there yet, but it's pretty cool. Oh, you are welcome, Glenn. I wish you the best, the absolute best.
Yeah, Glenn, now you got so much, saved so much time. Lisa saved you so much time and goes helps more veterans.
Yeah, and I will be sending you, let me grab your email right now, because I know what's in here.
Thank you. My way of being at